Welcome in to the Crypto Bunker podcast. Tonight we're going to be going over one of the more bullish DeFi coins, in my opinion, and very undervalued coins, and that is Aave. And Aave is a decentralized lending and borrowing platform, and it's the main platform for lending and borrowing on Ethereum. And there's many reasons to be bullish on Aave. It's only a $5 billion market cap, and the total value locked in the protocol is 24 billion. So that's about a 5-to-1 ratio in terms of that. And I just think, with all of that value on Aave, it's only gonna increase with the price of ETH increasing because most of the collateral on Aave is Ethereum. And so I want to take a look at the Aave chart and just talk about this for a second. And so if we break through this level of like 464, I would say my target is about like 620. But honestly, we should be higher at this point. And I tweeted, earlier that that I just think Aave, if it doesn't go to 600 within the next week, we should seriously question what's going on with DeFi, because you're talking about the main lending and borrowing platform on the future internet. And so, with people using ETH as collateral more and more, which they're they're not going to want to sell their ETH. It's a deflationary asset. And so they're not going to want to sell. So what they're going to do is they're going to put their ETH on Aave and then take out loans against that ETH. And so this being the main hub for lending and borrowing, as you can see, Aave is number one here, and Compound is second with 10 billion in terms of lending. InstaDeep, I'm not sure. I think that these two are sort of the main competitors to Aave, would be Compound and Maker. And as you can see, Aave is, I believe, the biggest allocation in the Defi Pulse Index. And so if you just take a look at the different DeFi indexes, I trust these guys a lot. They do a great job with a lot of these indexes. And if you're new to crypto and you're like, I don't want to just put, my money into one coin or one DeFi coin or whatever, you can come in and, you can basically, put it into DeFi Pulse Index specifically. So, yeah, basically, this is really tracking the price of all of these DeFi coins. And as you can see, Aave is the second biggest allocation by a pretty good margin. It's good to see that Sushi has been increased in their allocation to be the fourth best. As you can see, these are sort of the blue chip DeFi coins. If you were going to own any altcoins, really, these would be my recommendations. If you could just pick pretty much anyone from this list, and you would do really well. We're looking at pretty much they're all up on the year, except a few, and you can see Sushi is one of those. Sushi is actually, it's the most undervalued, I would say, token in the space, but Aave is probably second. And even though like people know about Aave, I just feel like they're not giving it the full due right now, and I think that will cause a violent explosion upward. And just look at the chart. I mean, it looks so good, I think. It's like I said, I'm looking for this type of explosion like within the next week or two at the least. As you can see, these moves are pretty volatile when we go up, and then we always come back down. So not saying to sell or anything, but if you are, making a big bet on Aave to, maybe increase by 50% or something, or double, in the next couple weeks, you could then just sell that and you could let the rest ride, basically. And so that's always a good strategy in crypto to do that. So you have to almost look at Aave as like a bank. So all of your banking services that you're used to, in the future could be on Aave. And so if you look at some of the market caps of like Wells Fargo or JP Morgan or these large banks, these companies and these banks, Aave should eventually be just as big as them, if not bigger. Why not, right? I mean, it's peer-to-peer lending. It's a lot more efficient. It's a lot better for yields for customers, for people who want to save dollars. You can deposit your dollars into Aave and you can earn interest on those. And because it's a peer-to-peer lending market and it's automated, there's no counterparty risk besides the protocol being hacked, which is just like a bank, right? A bank could be hacked as well. It's backed by the FDIC or whatever, so that's different. This is not backed by the FDIC necessarily. But these products have been running for, a good long while at this point, and they're adjusting to this new way that people are looking at things through DeFi. And so I just think that Aave has the chance to be the winner of the lending and borrowing space, and that's massive. That's a massive market share. So I would not be surprised to see $100 billion market cap, which would take us to about $8,000 a coin for Aave. I don't see this as being out of the realm of possibility. Obviously, it seems like a huge gain, and I think people get confused by, unfortunately, by unit bias. So coins like Aave or Maker or Wi-Fi that have a higher number per coin, so you have to pay $400 per coin, they don't really understand like the market cap dynamics of it. You really only have to look at the market cap and figure out, is that undervalued for what it's offering? So a coin like Wi-Fi, for example, has like a $1.4 billion market cap. And I think that might be because people get confused and they don't want to buy a $40,000 coin. But the market cap is so small because there's only 36,000 Wi-Fi coins. And so, there's a reason why it's such a high price. So really it's all about figuring out what the market cap is and figuring out how much bigger that can get. Like a lot of the scam tokens like Cardano, XRP, VeChain, they have a high number of tokens, and I think they do that for a reason. I believe they do that so that people think that it's undervalued, and they try to prey on people who are newer to the space. Like Cardano is like $2, right? But it's like almost an $80 billion market cap at this point, and there's literally no value locked. So Aave has $24 billion locked in the protocol, for example. Cardano has zero locked. They don't have any smart contracts that are fully deployed on Cardano yet. They've been promising that they would do this for years. And if you talk to most Ethereum developers, they will tell you that Cardano is a flat-out scam. And so if you are in Cardano, I would suggest taking profits here and moving it into something that is actually going to have use case in the future. Things that are already happening and being built on, like Aave, where institutions are looking to come in and allocate money into Aave. There's already people like Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank, who I believe he uses decentralized finance products. There's institutions that want to come in and use Aave. Right now, the regulatory framework isn't great for some of these tokens, and that might be why they're not it's really the only reason why they wouldn't be higher. So really what you're doing is you're taking a calculated bet that the best Ethereum projects will be classified through with the SEC as either security or not a security. Either way, they'll be classified through, and then at that point, that's when people will buy the hell out of it because it has such a massive appeal, and all of these coins trade on network effect. So if you think about Aave as being like the winner of that space, like for me personally, I use Aave. I'm never going to use anything else. I'm very comfortable with Aave, and so the more people that get comfortable early on with these projects are going to use them in the future, and then they're going to be the ones that have the most value locked and the ones that people are most comfortable with, and that's really what's important here as well. I did want to show that also we're at all-time highs with total value locked in DeFi, which is great because the last time we reached a height, Ethereum was higher, and so a lot of the the reason that we're going up again is because ETH is higher again, but this time ETH's not as high and we have more value. So that means that there's more tokens in the protocols, and so it's very bullish for a lot of these coins. You guys know that my favorites are Aave, Sushi, Matic, Polkadot, Illuvium, Decentral Games, and obviously Ethereum at the top of all of that. Ethereum would be, is a mainstay. So if you're gonna trade altcoins, I would say do it with like 10% of your portfolio. So maybe if you wanted to do 50% ETH, 40% Bitcoin, and 10% Aave, and Sushi, whatever. Like that's I think going to get you the most return, and the safest way to get the most return, basically. So you're still going to have that 100x potential, or whatever 10x potential, but you're also going to who knows what's going to happen. I mean, I think ETH could easily 10x from here. So who knows, some of these altcoins, if ETH gets to 10x, gets to 30,000, what does that make Aave? It's like, well, then you're looking at $240 billion locked in Aave, because a lot of the collateral is ETH. And so if ETH 10x's, that means there's 240 billion locked in Aave, and we're talking a $5 billion market cap. So if it only gets to half of that, again, that's going to be like a $10,000 Aave token. So just realize that we can get 100x gains from here, basically. I mean, I'm not going to be surprised if we get 50x gains. I think that would be a 25x gain if I'm correct, with Aave there, to get to 10 grand. So I know a lot of these prices seem like outlandish and crazy, but at the end of the day, if you understand sort of like the technology behind this and what this is going to replace, so like I said, bank market caps, and then you look at Ethereum, which is replacing basically the entire financial system, art system, just all the things that are built on top of ETH. ETH is everything. ETH is everything. That's the whole point, right? Ethereum, if people say into the ether, ether is everything that is within the world, is the ether. So we're all in the ether. That's kind of, I think, why they called it that, why they called it Ethereum, is because you can, ether basically is everything. Like you can build anything on it. And I personally think that US dollars are going to be on Ethereum, the digital currency, and that's, just imagine if they can regulate this enough and still have decentralization, but also, integrating it with everything, which I think we have an outside chance at because so many people want to use this stuff. There's just no stopping it. You would have to stop the internet. And so it's a true network effect, can't really be controlled, because are they going to turn my internet off? Like, no, I don't think they are. So I'm going to keep using Aave. And that's how everyone's going to operate in the future when they understand this technology a little bit better. So I know this has kind of been a long video. If you're still here, please like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and yeah, hopefully everyone has a great night, and you know, let's get it. I think this is our week. I think we're about to bounce super bullish. I talked about it here, and look at this. We popped above it. We traded perfectly to that, and then now we're resuming off. Super, super bullish. Yeah, so my target for this would be, yeah, it's around 3,500. If you're trading, like I think this is the setup. Bam, 3,500, and you know, it could be easily outperformance. I mean, there's no reason. There's not much even resistance up here. So like I mean, I could see 4K pretty quickly as well. And so some of these altcoins, when ETH gets all-time high, I mean, I think the altcoins will just absolutely moon. The value locked, like I said, in their protocols will be a lot higher. And so, yeah, we're looking at a moonshot here, possibly doubling up on some of these altcoins is going to be massive, massive opportunity to double up, cash out the original investment, and then and then let the rest ride for the rest of the cycle. I mean, if that's what you want to do. So everyone have a great night, and let's get it.